This woman was born with arthritis, so her gait differed from others. To others, she seemed peculiar. Just one extra word to someone would earn her a slap from her master. Living under her aunt's roof, she spent each day reading her aunt's mood. Homeless, she heard the fisherman's house sought a maid. She secretly tore down the job posting, dressed herself up beautifully, and walked several miles to apply. When Fisherman Smith opened the door, he never imagined that over the next 2 months, he would be drawn to this peculiar woman. Smith was notorious in town for his fiery temper. Seeing the woman before him, Smith had no intention of hiring her and dismissed her with a few curt words.
Long walk home. Bet they'll throw rocks at me again.
Who throws rocks?
The kids, they don't mean it. They don't mean it. I don't care. Some people don't like it if you're different.
Seeing Modi's plight, Smith offered her a ride. Watching her limp away, he couldn't help but glance back. With no applicants for 2 days, Smith decided to give Modi a chance. MOD happily packed her things. Even when her aunt threatened she'd never return if she left, she didn't hesitate for a moment, though she'd only sit in the truck bed. For her, this was the first time choosing her own path. Upon arriving at Smith's home, MOD was filled with curiosity about everything, but Smith accused her of slacking off. Modi took on all the housework, diligently completing everything she believed needed doing. Yet when Smith returned home, he found her rummaging through things again, and had made his most hated dish radish soup. His temper flared instantly. He threw MOD's belongings to the floor.
I want somebody who's gonna do the looking after, not some crippled up woman.
These words stabbed MOD. On her very first day, she was driven from the house. The next morning, Smith was awakened by a commotion. Descending the stairs, he saw breakfast laid out on the table. MOD knelt humbly on the floor, homeless and dependent on others. Smith remained silent this time, tacitly accepting her presence. From then on, Smith worked long hours, leaving early and returning late. MOD stayed home, learning to slaughter chickens, and painting furniture her favorite colors. To add vibrancy to the rooms, Smith never reprimanded her for taking initiative. Watching MOD bring him chicken soup, and carefully set the tableware, he hired her. The house was small, they slept in the same bed, yet MOD received no respect, simply for speaking to the dog. Smith warned her sternly. Here, her status was lower than a dog's, even lower than a chicken's. Modi's spirit was crushed once more. It seemed no matter where she went, she'd never be treated kindly. That day, Smith's friend visited their home. She merely exchanged a word with the man, only to receive a vicious slap in return.
Get back in the house!
As if that alone could assert her place. From that day onward, Modi stopped speaking. She shut herself off completely. Her greatest solace became painting. She painted the world she saw onto the walls, on the staircase, on the windows, on the mirrors. These were her most relaxed moments. In Smith's eyes, as long as Modi took care of the household, painting was permitted. One day while Modi was painting indoors, a woman named Alice suddenly arrived, claiming Smith owed her 3 fish. Modi agreed to relay the message. Alice inadvertently noticed the paintings on the walls, and was deeply captivated by their innocence. The two quickly became friends. Moth suggested Smith develop a habit of keeping accounts, so he wouldn't forget customer orders. But Smith couldn't write, so Moth used drawing cards to help him record transactions. From then on, Moth became his partner. Smith would take her along when he went out to sell fish. Smith handled the sales, while Moth managed the accounts. When they delivered fish to Alice took a liking to MOD's ledger cards. She offered 10 cents to buy one, and hoped MOD would sell her more drawings. MOD hesitated, needing Smith's approval. Smith agreed. MOD finally smiled, not just because she was recognized for the first time, but also because of Smith's support.